You've delivered the inoculation? Is it done? Do they have the inoculation? What a relief, huh? We'll get shipments up and running in case that first batch wasn't enough. Look, I know you're doing more than your fair share of the work. Don't think I didn't notice. Thank you. Now that one crisis is over, it's time we start working on that mystery in the mountains. Have you heard the latest? A few other people from 76 made the trek into the mountains to find this treasure we keep hearing about. It's a vault. Vault 79. Sealed tight, with no obvious way in. The rumor mill about what's inside is running wild. We don't have a way in, but I think I have a plan to at least find out what's inside. Every student who graduates Vault-Tec University has a story about the restricted wing, where all the higher-ups would have their meetings. And not just stuffy professors and their Mr. Handy assistants. I mean sit-downs with government officials, the military. Over 25 years in the making for me, but it's time to finally see what it's hiding. Meet you there?
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special Vault-Tec presentation. Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. There is a treasure in that vault. All of America's gold reserves. Even getting into the vault at all is gonna be a challenge. Let alone dealing with that buffet line of intrusion countermeasures. But the reward? Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals? Exactly. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights, taxes, laws, a government. We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in. To see that gold as their future. Fortunately, you just made contact with two large groups of people who both seem to have their own talents. Do me a favor, talk to both of them. I doubt they'll work together, but we'll want all the options on the table.
Time to pay Molly a visit.
Alright. Seems pretty legit. I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods, you get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig? Peachy. So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, then do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig?
That drink didn't make you invincible, you idiot. They can still kill you.
Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? I don't want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig?
You'd think the Blood Eagles would work with us. But no.
If
They're
someone
only in
gets a
it for
bigger cut than you,
themselves.
someone's dead. So watch your back.
Yes, I am Weasel. I can't speak. The man, Fisher, made this collar to let me speak words. It is not perfect, but it works. He found the machines. No. The science. No. That is also not right. Technology. Yes, it has trouble interpreting some words. The vocals. Vox cable. Word list was not complete. For example, there are no bad words. I have been trying to say bad words this whole time, but they do not come out. If I try, I can say them in other ways. Poop. Fornicate. Hot underground place. Fisher knows how it works better than I do. He found a science person. No, a scientist's house in Mananga. The scientist was working on a device to let animals talk. Fisher made it work for me and improvised. Made it work better, mostly. Blue is deep inside the mine, but he does not want to be found, and it is dangerous to go alone. We can find him together. You lead. I will follow.
I ain't coming out. Serious. I'm warning you. Get out, or you could die here. Got a lot of explosives set up. This better be good. No thanks. Now get out of here. Don't want you buried near me. If I don't have no choice, then fine. I mean what I said. I'm sealing me in here. And I ain't leaving nothing to chance. Cave's a rig to collapse, and if the explosions don't kill you, the cave-in sure will. So get out of here, or I'm bringing down the rock on yins too. I feel like yins are just gonna say it anyway, so go on. Nah, I'm retired. I just decided it. Yins can take your job, turn it sideways, and put it where the sun don't shine. I ain't interested. Good luck, dipshit. I won't be waiting for you.
No way forward. Lou shut it tight. But come look at this. Over here. I have an idea. Yes, that is clear. But do not worry. This cave wall looks weak, and I think I can destroy it with Big Boom. So we can go through to the other side. I have done this kind of work with Lou before. Stand back. I will set up the Big Boom. stand back, or you will die. Told you it would.
I heard this white stuff's hell in the eyes. Gives you a few ideas, doesn't it?
Appalachia belongs to us. And there ain't nobody that can prove me wrong. A76. Took you long enough to come back. You get Lou on board with the plan? Okay, good. Lose our way in the front door, so I don't know how we do it without him. Alright, so I've been thinking about those plans. Place is secure as hell. Once Lou gets us inside, I'm sure we're gonna meet resistance. Ain't gonna just bowl over and let us loot, so we're gonna need the big guns. For that, we need Gale. Gale's the big green mutant gal you may have seen around, always hanging out with her little girl, Ra-Ra. Ever since Ra-Ra met up with Gale in the wilderness, they've been impossible to separate. So, just saying, you may have to convince Ra-Ra to let Gale come with us. Good luck, 7-6. You want something? You take it. It's the only way to live. You lost?
Threat assessment. Primary target is at large and undamaged. Full perimeter alert recommended.
Okay, you killed the Robo, so give me my Bun-a-Bun. Now, 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 now! Bun-a-Bun! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Thank you! Only if I have to. You weren't very nice to me. But if Gale wants to go, I'll go. Anyway, I'm going back to her now. So, bye, Buttface! I missed you, Bun-a-Bun. You're the best Bun-Bun.
Well, hey, if it ain't 7-6. I heard all about what you did for Gale and Ra-Ra. Gale seemed pretty happy to see Ra-Ra. Still, I'm pissed no one around here would lift a finger for him, so guess I'm glad you came by. Well, some of them are just plain busy. But then lots of them don't like the idea of taking care of a kid. Many don't like big green mutant folk, understandably. But they ain't the leader around here. And I say those two are more useful than almost anyone else we got here. Besides, I got a soft spot for kids, so screw the haters.
They can fire a gun? Ugh. You're either full of shit or you've been hanging out with Munch way too long.
Shit, 7-6, she's just a kid. Ain't you ever been a kid before? Even if you grew up in that vault of yours, you gotta have had a nice pampered life as a kid compared to the shit we're in now. Think of that. And it's a miracle Ra-Ra's alive, let alone as cool as she is. Glad you asked. The vault we're breaking into is gonna have a lot of security. The kind explosions and muscle ain't gonna help with. You wanna get by security or any other surprises? There's only one guy I trust to get the job done. Gentleman Johnny Two Guns Weston. So here's what's what. Johnny's the real deal. Best guy I got. I won't do this job without him. Think of him as an insurance policy. Thing is, on account of him being so critical to our success, he thinks he gets to do as he pleases. And to some degree, that's true. That being said, he can be fickle. If he doesn't want to do a job, well then Johnny doesn't do a job. Since you know what's at stake here better than I do, I want you to see if you can't convince him this is the right job for him. You dig? Good luck, 7-6. He may need a little convincing. Don't be afraid to give him some incentive to work this job. I don't take kindly to trespassers. You better show yourself the door.
Hey there, Vault Dweller. I've heard all about the plans for that Vault 79 raid of yours, so I'll spare you the time and tell you I'm in. All that sweet, sweet gold is as good as ours. Well, see, that's where it gets tricky. There's this other job I need some assistance with before I can devote any time to stealing from what's left of the federal government. And from what I've seen and heard, you're just the sort of person that could help me out. Ah, great. Enthusiasm. I love it. So here's what's what. I used to run jobs with my partner, Hal. Hal's a dear old friend. Known him since before the war. Hal and I went our separate ways when I joined up with Meg's crew. Now he's being held as a slave by a group of unsavory hooligans out by Watoga. And being forced to do who knows what. I got a plan to free him. All right. I knew you'd be on board. So, these guys run an arena in what used to be the Watoga Civic Center. People fight for riches, food, supplies, whatever they're willing to bet. Half the competitors are slaves, and their masters are betting on them. Others are just people trying to make their fortune. Now, Hal isn't much of a fighter, so he's being held there by one of these guys for some other purpose. I want to pass you off as my slave. I'll make a deal to sell you to Hal's master after you win the competition that will rig in your favor. Once you get into the slave quarters, you and Hal will break out and rendezvous with me. Any questions? All right, that's the spirit. So, here's how it'll go down. Meet me at the Watoga Civic Center, and I'll do some legwork before you get there. You'll want to slip in the back entrance. I'll be waiting, in character. We'll get you into the competition, and I'll go over the final details with you once I know more. See you there, partner.
Area clearance detected. Initiating breach procedure. All workers, please evacuate to safe distance immediately.
What now? This safe room is a lot less safe than I expected. Breach procedure?
Breach complete.
Now, wait just a minute. You can't just barge in here, robot.
Motherload.
Motherload? Oh, of course. I see. This must be some sort of failsafe directive now that I'm back in this area. How fascinating.
Wait, how is it that you can speak now? You didn't say anything when I came across you earlier out in the wild. You know, you're quite terrifying.
Default audio device safe room loudspeaker is active and hardwired connection has been established.
Of course. You mustn't have a built-in device. I guess Daniel decided you didn't need a voice unless you were speaking to him. Typical.
Senior Executive Daniel Hornwright is not detected. Please provide a location for discovery and retrieval.
No. Father, Daniel, has been gone for a long time.
Confirmed. Fail-safe handoff must initiate. Dr. Penelope Hornwright, do you acknowledge and accept?
Well, you're one hell of a stray dog, but... yes, I'll accept.
Fail-safe procedures complete. Debug mode is now enabled. Doctor, please evaluate all secondary user changes before submitting.
Well, that was exciting, to say the least. So, secondary user, eh? Who the hell are you? And what kind of changes is she talking about? Oh, really? What exactly do you need the Motherlode's help with? And as an aside, robots don't have friends, and don't need to be convinced to do things. If you want them to do something, you need to reprogram them. Is that all? I assume from that Pip-Boy on your wrist that you're from one yourself. Feeling homesick? I don't understand. What do they want with a vault? I saw Foundation on my way back into Appalachia. They look pretty comfortable there. There are plenty of government facilities in Appalachia. More if you head north. What's so special about this one? Well, if your new society will allow ghouls like me to join, then I'll help. Otherwise, you can beat it. I've seen plenty of folks try to save the world since things went to hell, and all of them had their problems. Lovely. Beats only having blasted robots to talk to. No offense, Motherlode. So what's the plan? Well, I'll need a Pip-Boy for a mobile terminal. Not yours, don't worry. I'll need a full construction kit so I can add some extra circuitry. Also, I'll need something I consulted on years ago. A circuitry schematic that could have changed everything if we hadn't blown ourselves up. I'll install an untethered communication setup while you're gone. That way, we can talk to her whenever and wherever we want. Like any other bot. Okay, let's try your integrated voice module again. Can you say something, Motherlode?
What would you like me to say, Doctor?
Great. Thanks.
Great, thanks.
Ah, good gracious. She's full of dad jokes. All right, I'll add full conversational protocols to the list. Ah, you're back. I've been busy working on the Motherlode's voice interface. Have those parts for me yet? Lovely. I had a chance to crack her open while you were gone. It's not good news, I'm afraid. Well, it shouldn't take long at all to get the new guidance interface set up. However, while I was in there setting up her vocal system, I saw a lot of damage. I think she's going to need some new parts just to be safe. Well, her data processing is extremely slow. Maybe it's not actually broken, but it certainly doesn't work. She'll need a better interpolator. She also needs a new sensor module and altimeter for sure. Something's corroded the contacts pretty badly on both of those. Salvaging. iBots are basically just flying sensor modules, and the altimeter could be salvaged from that ridiculous plane father hung upstairs. I'm not sure about finding an interpolator, but I saw a robot that had a human brain attached to it near Robco. I would bet that unethical monstrosity has some serious interpolation needs. I'll be here working on her conversational skills, if you need anything else. Need something? Oh, clever. It never would have occurred to me to dissolve the corrosion with a common household cleaner. It'll probably work for the altimeter, but Motherlode's sensor module is just too far gone. It still needs a replacement. Oh, you know what? There is an iBot upstairs that I was tinkering on. Must have been some 30 years ago now. Maybe it's still there. That's a bit on the nose, but so is Ghoul and Rad Roach, so whatever works. I simply can't imagine what kind of terrible person would do that to someone else. All the ones I ran into out there were completely homicidal. All right. I'll be here working on her conversational skills if you need anything else. Thanks. I'll take those parts if you don't mind. Next? No. She'll be ready once I finish putting those parts in. Near as I can get her on short notice, anyway. I'll head there, presently. Just need to grab a thing or two before I leave. Go over the debug stack from the part install, too. So don't worry about checking back in right away. I'm fairly hopeful she won't have exploded. Reasonably sure she won't. Tar. I'm sure Motherlode's going to have some issues for me to polish before your mission, but nothing I can't manage.
You've secured our way down to the vault pretty handily, haven't you? I just can't believe your luck in finding Dr. Hornbright. Don't be modest. It makes it even more impressive. All right. I've been working on the next problem we need to solve for busting into Vault 79. That doozy of a laser grid. I figure we got some experienced scavengers in Foundation already. Folks who know a thing or two about busting bunkers. Small ones, anyway. Thing is, before I even start asking around, our youngest scavenger pops up to tell me she's got it handled. Handled! Before I even told her the problem. Honestly, maybe she's tougher than she seems. She's been with us for a while, so I can vouch for her loyalty at least. She said she has a way to beat the grid, so I'm inclined to believe her. Anyway, her name is Jin. Go talk to her, and I'll get back to work on figuring out a plan for these military-grade turrets.
Thanks again for lending a hand.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Ah, hello again. Put that robot on my workbench, will you?
I'll be honest. I was hoping you'd have the motherlode just hanging around in your room, Penny.
Oh no, there's no room for that. Though knowing her, she may yet try to make an appearance. So, do you want the logs from this robot?
Yep. Look for an entry that begins with 58 when you're in. That should list any entries related to our target.
These logs look encoded, but like nothing I've seen before. I see the numerical headers you mentioned, though.
The entry you're looking for would have been broadcast daily since about 11 years ago. Just read the stuff in brackets at the end when you find it.
Found it. The part in the brackets says BAI 2, QUAN 2, YUAN 2, and then the number 7. I'm afraid that's all Chinese to me. As in, it's actually Chinese. To everyone.
Oh! White Spring! Duh. Why 7, though?
Oh, 7th hole on the golf course, maybe. Wait, you don't... do you?
What, speak Chinese? I mean, it's been a while, but yeah. Wait, so my mom's last known location was... a golf course? I don't get it. I can't imagine there's anything spy-worthy there. What the heck would she be doing there?
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Yes, they were spies. My parents were spies. They're both dead, all right? I was born here. I don't know about any of that.
No, I don't care about. I mean, you're looking for... spy gadgets? That's like a dream project. Can I see everything when you get back?
Sure? That'd be great, actually. It had this biometric encoding, and I think it'll work for a close relative like me. But, let's talk later. You said you're recalibrating the robot. To do what, exactly?
To find the tech if it's still nearby, and not shoot at anyone along the way. Maybe if you take it to the 7th hole, it'll pick up the signal again. I'll get the lab ready for when you get back. Be safe out there, you two.
Wow, I feel like we're actually finally going to find it after talking to Penny. I've never been this close. So, you ready to go? Really? All right. But before I go, I should probably talk to Paige. I can catch up with you later, but I want to be the one to tell him about my folks. Sounds like a plan. Oh, don't forget our little recalibrated friend here. Paige might seem like a real stick in the mud sometimes, but he's held this group together through a lot of hardship.
Alright, let's get this party started. Oh, Penny showed me how to send a transmission to your Pip-Boy directly. In case you didn't know why you're hearing my voice, though. I'm not a ghost. I swear. It looks like the Liberator is homing in on the last known location of the tech now. Which I guess I don't need to tell you. You're probably watching something around right now. Unless you left it all alone in the world to lose something.
All clear.
I didn't.
Perimeter secure.
Robots are slow. Oh, I talked to Paige, and we're all good here. He gets that we don't pick our parents. Stuff is always hard. So better with the Foundation. Whoa! Hey! Lost a new signal contact. Are you coming up on Beijing or something? I'm getting suited up now. I'll head out as soon as I can. Just try to be careful out there, okay?
Hey, Penny. Looks like your little robot buddy blew up. Oh, well, you must have really given it a good conk when you found it. Usually these little guys stick their landings a lot better. Jen's already out the door, but it'll probably take her a while to make it over to you there, wherever you are, somewhere below the green. You should look around. Never know what you might find. Bring back a souvenir for your best buddy, Penny, won't you?
Don't. I don't want to fight. I don't want any trouble. I'm here against my will. Yes, I can see why that would be confusing. Not all of us have the luxury of choice. They threatened to kill my family if I didn't work for them. From what I have overheard on these listening devices, you are working with my daughter. She's on her way here, right now. I didn't want her to have to witness the inevitable. But here we are. So then ask them. I did. They tracked me down with tracers in my gear years later. I thought everything was all over. That the governments were all gone. That I was free. If I had known, I would have thrown it all away and just hoped for the best. I thought holding on to it would save my life. But I was wrong. So wrong. Another pre-war asset. Very loyal to the cause. They only come here occasionally to check up on us. But trust me, you don't ever want to meet them. Yes, I was trained from childhood to do this job. It's all I knew. I never chose any of this. It was either follow orders or die. Fine. This ends the same either way. She shouldn't be long now, based on the proximity warnings on that console.
Hey, there you are. I'm here. I caught up. Ma, 那真的是你吗？你还活着呢？ Wait, how can you be alive, Mom? Why are you here? What is this place?
Jen, why would you come here, you foolish child? You need to leave.
We came here looking for your corpse. I needed a suit, but I buried Dad with his years ago. I couldn't get it off. He was killed in it. I didn't know you were alive down here. How could I? You left. Just don't move, okay? I'm trying to think of a way where you walk out of this. Where we don't just kill you along with everyone else down here. This is... I can't believe what's happening. I was certain that they killed her, but here she is, working for them? It's too much to consider. How can someone do that to their own child, though? How do you just leave them to make their own way in this world? It's asking a lot for me to forgive her. I don't see how. I'm just so mad. Nothing makes sense right now. No, you're right. She abandoned me, let me think she was dead, and for what? Misguided patriotism. Let's just get the suit and go. She's been dead to me for a long time. If she really just wants to be alone, then that's her choice. We'll take the suit and go.
If I give you this suit, then they'll come for you. And they'll find me. Maybe not tomorrow, but eventually. They will kill me for it. I don't care if I die. I may as well already be dead. But they will also kill Jen. And I can't risk that.
That's right! I get that it's hard not to assume things are hopeless, but you've been trained to hide. You should at least try. I can help you, if you let me. So, how does this work? How can we save you? Let's figure this out.
I'll have to go into hiding and destroy the suit. They're tracking it. We might be able to shield the signal from the suit once or twice. But are you willing to give it up after using it? We don't have much time to decide.
I guess you're right. Hell of a thing to be thrown away, though. I'll finish up here and then meet you back at Foundation, okay? I need a moment.
Vault Dweller, we see your signal. Make your way due north towards the hill. You'll see a concrete bunker. We will be watching your approach carefully.